Virgo, I am here with a reading for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome if you're a Virgo. Wherever that is in your chart, if it resonates strong with you, and if an opportune time and moment has brought you to this reading, I hope there's something for you to chew on and digest here. Well, I do ask for your support, and that is with your likes, your shares, your subscription. Especially if there was any way, shape, or form that this message impacted you, I greatly appreciate that, especially if you deem me worthy. Right? And if there's something here that you feel like another Virgo may need to hear, please send that forward. You never know what that message being forwarded to them could help in their lives. So, without further ado, let's get started on your reading. I'm using the light seers. And I also apologize if there's a lot of wind interference. I am going to look at this video before I post it, and hopefully there isn't a lot of wind interference going on. Okay. So let's go into our center. Let's see what's going on. I feel like there's going to be a particular card, especially I see shuffling is calibration. There we go. So it's like, knowing that I'm doing a reading for Virgo, I'm going to expect some things to be pretty detailed here. So our center cards, we have the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands, this is my shut up and do it card. This is my fuck it, just do it card. So if you are in indecision on anything, especially with strength at the bottom of the deck here, right? If there's anything that you are struggling with, the space that you're in right now it has a bit of flair, a bit of courage with it at this moment in time. So, I mean, if there's been something that you've been looking forward to doing, now it just showed me the Five of Cups. So, come on, nature, work with me. I'm just trying to do a reading for Virgo now. Let's see if I got something here. Here, Buddha. Hold it down, Buddha. Okay, so I got Buddha here with me. You already know. Hold it down, Buddha. Let's see, what else do I got? That's it. Okay. That should do. See, a lot of people think this shit's for props. I'm like, no, it's so my shit doesn't fly away. I mean, it looks cool. Okay, let's get back to your reading. So, with strength at the bottom and the Page of Wands here, right? I want to say if you're shy, if you're gun shy, if you're backing away from something, step into it. Especially if you have a bit of curiosity there, step into it. But let's see, because this is just what the center is. Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. So if there is, that's what I heard first when the Hierophant showed up was course. If there's a course of some kind that you've been wanting to get into or something that you want to study, right? Especially if it has to do with like higher knowledge, higher education, right? Say for instance, even like astrology, If there's anything that you've been wanting to get into, that has to do with, it's almost like a spiritual practice. Actually, that's actually what this is telling me. If there's a spiritual practice that you've been wanting to get into, with the Page of Wands as the center here, it's like, yeah, explore that, explore that, right? If there's somebody that you've been wanting to go see to get further knowledge on whatever it is that, the page is wanting to explore, as you can see that portal behind her, right? And that's a wand in her hand, so she's a magician too. Now let's see what's going on. So now we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups that have joined us. Okay. And then we also have the Eight of Wands. So we have Judgment at the bottom of the deck after having everything in the elements placed. So if you're well, I guess this is more of the first time that I've been doing readings on YouTube like this, but most people that are used to my readings, I always do more of an elemental style reading. So this is the placement of fire, air, water, earth, right? And then this is our center. We can say this is spirit. Now fire is what spirit is projecting, what it's trying to show, right? And then air goes into thinking, analysis, communication. If you know anything about the elements, well, water is about reflecting, right? Perhaps what we need to dive into, right? What's beneath the surface, or also potentially what we're not looking at or seeing, right? But also a sense of cultivation, something that we can cultivate so that we can apply, right, to the earth section, because the earth section is what we have to stand on. That's what we have to use, right? So yeah, with the Hierophant here, this is basically putting a spiritual practice to use, right? Creating steps to ascension or expansion, I'd like to say, because we were also kind of lost in directions a little bit, right? Ascension doesn't necessarily mean moving up, because the universe expands and contracts, right? So let's see, what are we looking at? Right, so with the Ten of Cups here, right, in opposite to the Hierophant, this is also telling me that this has been something that you've been dreaming about. This has been something that you've been looking forward to, right? What comes to you when you have music on, right, and you start dancing, because that's usually how the majority of us actually start to either start channeling, or once again, I apologize for the wind. It's kind of picking up a little bit, but right, it's like, that feeling when you put music on, and then all of a sudden, it starts to move you, and then as you're moving, now your mind is taking you somewhere. And now you start seeing projections either of the past or the future, right? Now with the Ten of Cups here, this is more of projections for the future, right? Dreaming, because we only see the face of the children and not the adults. Children are the future, right? So this card speaks to dreaming of the future, looking forward, imagining, right? So with this here, this is telling me this is something that you perhaps have been wanting to get into. And once again, I see why the page is here. I see why Spirit is like, yes, shut the hell up and just do it. Because you have nothing but good news to stand on, right? With the Eight of Wands here, and with the Eight of Wands, right, this is basically kind of like, this is more of a confirmation of Mercury starting to go direct, right? Which is, okay, things are going to start moving forward, and also pretty quickly. So if there's something you want to get into, right, and lovely that it's a fire and fire here, so right, it's like almost kind of like, hey, this is the time, right? Especially with the Page of Wands here, to step into the next chapter of whatever spiritual studies that you want to get into, right? And whatever higher studies that you want to get into, right? And build and develop on that, right? To be able to gain higher levels of knowledge, understanding, awareness, right? So this seems more like Libra season is more of a spiritual season for some of you guys. But with the Ten of Cups here, it's telling me that you've been actually looking forward to this. You've been looking forward to this, and perhaps this is the opportune time, right? With this Eight of Wands here. So get your affairs in order, right? And get to it, right? Because with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is telling me this is the perfect time for you to actually plant those seeds. Or perhaps you have already. You have already, and now there's an opportunity for you to step through, right, and actually gain access to the things that you are trying to build upon, right? Because also, this will also help you with the future as well. So, I hope someone can either plant some seeds if you have been given some, right? Because it will take shape and form. It will root. Now, this is also telling me also, I don't know if somebody wants to take like massage or even energy work, perhaps, right? Because we're looking at the chakra system here, right? We're looking at the nervous system as well. Yes, you're seeing the earth with seeds and a tree, but this is also a representation of, right? He's what's in the background. So this is telling me what this is really all about, right? So this is also going in meditation, right? Hence the eyes being closed. So perhaps learning, right? Anatomy, I don't know, the chakra system, whatever it is that you've been thinking about learning, okay? This is the opportune time. This is the opportune time, and especially because you guys are so keen with detail, I feel like that with this, whatever this is, this would be a lovely, 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 lovely chapter for you guys, because you guys are just well equipped for this. You know what I'm saying? You guys are just well equipped for this, right? I see Virgo as a teacher. Sometimes they can be a little bit rude, but you know, Virgo don't like stupid. Just like Sag. They just don't like stupid. I don't know. They just don't like stupid. If you say something stupid around a Virgo, you might be able to, you'll be able to, you'll see it on their face. So, with Judgment here, once again, at the bottom of the deck, this is overall telling me, hey, go for it. Go for it. Expand, right? Once again, this is kind of the same here. This is kind of the same here, but this one has to actually deal with you making the choice to move up, right? It's you having to make the choice to expand here. So whatever it is that you've been wanting to get into, this is the time to. So I don't know if you applied to get into a school. With this here, you might be receiving a letter of good news or a confirmation of whatever it is that you applied for, with this Eight of Wands being in our earth sector, right? Because once again, this is telling me that potentially some of you have planted these seeds already. So there's good news coming in. There's good news coming in if you have planted some seeds and you have been nurturing it, paying attention to it, right? And looking for something to come from it. So there's a bee here who wants to fight me. I respect bees. I'll put it that way. I respect bees. So if you see me running that way, don't worry, I'll come back and finish this. Okay, let's see. Best course of action for Virgo before I die. And this. See, thank you, Virgo. This was such a straightforward reading. Like, not like all the other signs before you. I'm like, yikes. Especially Taurus. I don't know if you have any Tauruses around you. Okay, they need your help. That's all I'm going to say. Is they need your help. Okay. So now these flew up and landed upside down. So I'm like, ooh. And also the bottom card itself. Um, we have Eight of Swords here, right? So with the Eight of Swords, overall, your best course of action, what it's telling me to tell you is don't do that thing where you overthink, right? Some Virgos like, I don't overthink. You overthink. Yes, I do. I'm a Libra. It's all right. So I know how it feels. It's okay. Don't do that thing where you're all up in your own head and you start to create all these mental restrictions that don't actually exist, right? Now, also, Virgo, because I saw the card behind this, you guys and your inability to process your emotions properly. Now, this isn't all Virgos, okay? Because whatever else you come with in your chart can help or be detrimental to your ability to expressing emotions. But some of you need to let go of some emotional attachments. Page of Wands, calm down. I know you're eager. I know you're eager. See what I'm saying? The Page of Wands, did you see what just happened? Right? If you have been waiting to start something, hurry the hell up because this is the time. The page is like, yo, I'm out of here. And look at what it flipped onto. It flipped onto the, the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, yo, let's get to it. But also, I have to give you the warning here because you can destroy because this is a Page of Wands. Now, your eagerness also, your eagerness can destroy whatever it is that you have built, right? Your eagerness can destroy, especially if your emotions are fucked up, okay? Especially if your emotions are fucked up. You want to make decisions from, height. You want to make decisions from an emotionally stable space. So, for some of you with this Eight of Cups here, it's telling me that perhaps there might be some emotional attachments, right? Either to people or emotions within you that you might have to detach from, right? To be able to save currency in order to water the Seven of Pentacles here. Because, right, that emotion, a lot of people forget how much emotion is important to your manifestation. The emotion, that's what you pour. That's the currency that you pour into your seeds, right? So, if there are any restrictions, right, within the emotions and the mind, because I got the King of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse. Now, I don't like the King of Cups in reverse because, right, this is... But it's like, it's still positive. It's still a positive message here. Because if it was upright, then I would be like, yo, what are you doing, right? What are you doing? But with this in reverse, it's like, okay, we are stopping the emotional sabotage here. So, someone might be emotionally sabotaging themselves, right? Whether it's fear or, once again, because the emotions aren't stable, you could make some rash decisions, right? That could end up destroying some of the things that you built already. So, right, with this King of Cups here in reverse, I'm like, yikes. But with the Five of Cups next to it, now I have faith again. I have faith again because this is telling me, okay, so we might be in our feelings a little bit, right? But at the same time, though, we're catching that shit, right? It's not going down the drain. It's coming back, right? And as you can see, right, that same light, that same energy, that is the same energy that you need in order to like, I can't, you guys see the symbology here. You see it, okay? I don't even have to explain this, okay? So with this, in reverse, next to the King of Cups in reverse, yes, this is telling me that some of you might be in your feelings already, but I think because things are going direct and things are starting to look up, and maybe you're starting to see some of the, like this is starting to sprout. So you're now starting to see, your efforts. Something is coming back to you. You know, it, you might have faith again. You might have faith again, right? To dream. Really? Really? Right? So you have to take off with your dreams. You just saw that. Right? The Page of Wands is trying to take off with its dreams, okay? This is nature talking now. This is getting weird. This is nature talking now, right? So take off with yourself. Get to it because the results are coming, but also practical steps. And that's why the Hierophant is here, right? That's why I was saying your eagerness can destroy whatever you have planted, especially if you are in your feelings. So, right? Get to your meditations, get to your yogas, get to the gym, whatever meditation is for you. I just heard reading for someone. But yeah, this is lovely. I love, now I don't mind with this king being here in reverse. I actually don't mind, especially because there's a Five of Cups in reverse right next to it. I'm like, okay. If it was both upright, I'd be like, yikes. Because this is telling me that, yeah, no, you're doing good, but you're about to fuck shit up. So I'm happy they both actually showed up in reverse. I'm happy with that. So, Virgo, get to it, okay? Because whatever you have started, it's coming in. It's coming in. This is lovely. This is lovely, all right? I hope there was something for you to chew on here, like I said before, and there was something for you to digest if this was confirmation that you were looking for, right? Or if this was more of inviting in more confidence for you to be able to step into this Page of Wands energy, right? Because you guys are good at what you do, especially when you love it, especially when you have a passion for it. You guys are, come on now. Don't make me have to start praising you guys. Don't make me have to start praising you, okay? Some of you are smiling right now as I'm saying this. I know. I'm now, now I'm gassing you up. Look at that. I'm getting out of here. But anyways, if a Virgo needs to hear this and you come across this video, send it to the Virgo, okay? Especially if you're in here creeping on one. I have to say that. Maybe they need to hear this, you know what I'm saying? If this impacted you any way, shape, or form, please let me know. Please let me know. I do appreciate your feedback. It does let me know if I'm doing my work. All right? I welcome your likes. I feel weird asking for it, but I welcome your likes. I welcome your subscription. All right? And I also look forward to doing reading for you in the near future. All right, Virgo? I will see you.